Hello StarCraft fans, this is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between and puCK on Orbital Shipyard. Now I know what you're saying, I've already watched a game between and puCK on Orbital Shipyard, but this is not the same one. This is game 2 between these two players on the ladder, and I will label it as such. Alright, in the bottom left of Orbital Shipyard, we have the red Terran player. It is And in the top right of Orbital Shipyard, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Solus, who is puCK. I have put a link to puCK's Twitch stream in the details and the description of this video. Please go follow him on Twitch. He's a really good follow. Really just solid Protoss player with a lot of fun strategies and just so fun to see him work in Legacy of the Void. He's one of the few pro players who is consistently playing LOTV, so reward him for that. Follow him on Twitch, make him famous, make him popular, and you will be very happy indeed. Alright, so PvT on Orbital Shipyard. Again, this map does have the fairly safe base, which people do like to take from time to time. You can also take the second up here, which is protected by debris on that side. You only have to really deal with this one super wide ramp, which can be a problem, but you don't have to worry about his drops as much. If you take the base back here, you have all this open area that drops can come in, medevacs and warp prisms in this particular matchup and ruin your day. So I have seen players take their second nexus, their second command center up here and up here, depending on where you actually spawn. But anyway, Terran player, I believe he went for bio last game against the Protoss player. And I'm not going to spoil things. I'll go ahead and link it up here in the top right. And you can go watch that game and then come back and watch this one because it was pretty darn exciting. As all PvTs do tend to be, and there aren't very often very many snooze fests in this particular matchup, especially if puCK is playing and we're at this level of StarCraft 2. And yeah, the command center is being thrown down by in the fairly safe position. Once again, warp prism harasses along this area, can cause a lot of problems, and SCV is coming out for just to scout things out. I do appreciate that from the SCV as he takes the long trip across the map. Has anybody ever figured out like an actual distance how long this would be, assuming a Marine is human size? Like count the footsteps and trace that into miles, or... Because I have to imagine it's probably... probably not a mile from base to base, right? Because Marines can cross it in... At walking speed, cross it in like a minute. Maybe 2. So I don't know. Yards, it's probably measured in yards, but I really don't know how that works. Mothership core pops out. You'll notice she has 50 energy, which is enough for 2 photon overcharges. 25 energy each, which does energize a target pylon, turning it into a powerful long-range weapon for 11 seconds that deals 30 damage. So this is not a pylon, this is a cannon. This is an emergency attack cannon for 11 seconds, and this one too. So really useful positioning here for puCK, using it to cover this mineral line. A pylon up here might be good as well. And taking a third base fairly early, is puCK. The SCV scouting that out, and I think might want to try to punish this. Get some units out there to really take out that third base before it can kick in and give puCK a massive economical advantage. So Adept coming in. We also get a robo facility for puCK. Meanwhile, is working on a starport, so that's pretty good. Probably for medevacs, considering he does like to go bio. Orbital command being researched and morphed in here at the second base as well. And Marine just kind of patrolling back and forth. I'm not sure what he's patrolling against. If an Adept shows up, he's definitely dead because they do 2-shot Marines. But that's his prerogative, I suppose. Or I guess he was given those orders. I don't know. Mothership core bouncing back and forth to see any Reapers that might try to come up and harass. That doesn't seem to be something that is worried about, though. Again, this Marine's still patrolling as well. Both players are using that patrol function, which I believe is P, at least on the basic configuration that I've been using pretty much since Brood War. It might actually be a different key in Legacy of the Void if you're using that native key, hotkey structure. So forgive me if I'm wrong on that one. And I have the sinking feeling I might be. Adepts at the top of the ramp. If you haven't seen an Adept before, this is an Adept. It comes from the Gateway. It requires a Cybernetics core to build. Does come with 1 armor, has 90 shields and 90 hit points. No plasma shields there. Does 10 damage versus everything but light units, which does 23 damage versus light units, a range of 4, weapon speed of 1.61, and cannot attack air. Also has the psionic transfer ability. You just saw it be used here by this Adept here, who we're going to name June, because Adepts are female. Projects an invulnerable shade that can move but cannot attack. After 7 seconds, the Adept teleports to the shade's location, but it can be cancelled. That's something Protoss players figured out fairly early. The Adept comes in, 2 shots the Marine, as predicted and as prophesied. And moves out to check to see if there's a third base, and there's not, which puCK is pretty happy about. I think. But anyway, sonic transfer can be used. The shade that the Adept throws out here does have vision, as a drop pops right on up here for the through the medevac, dropping Widow Mines into this mineral line. Is puCK ready for it? No. Oh boy. 2 Widow Mines, 2 kills, 9 kills on each of those Widow Mines. 11 probes have been lost. That is just brutal. That just hurts a lot for puCK. But anyway, the shades have vision for these Adepts. So you sonic transfer up your enemy's ramp. They're invulnerable. They can't die. And then you scout things out. You hit cancel on the sonic transfer, and then your Adept doesn't teleport to that location, goes back to where it was. So it's very effective that way. Warp Prism ready for some damage here as well. Adepts pop right on in. The Warp Prism taking some damage, but not enough. Adepts going after individual workers here. Oh, sentries in there as well, and trying to escape with these workers, but no. Excellent play here, force fielding them in. All these SCVs are going to die to the Adepts and the sentries. So many SCVs being killed there. There were a total of 17 SCVs have died so far. The Adepts are still trying to kill stuff here. No mining is going on at the second base at all. Wow, puCK looking good. Sonic transfer being used to no effect whatsoever. That was kind of weird. I think he's trying to get up here, but he is walled off by the supply depot. So I think the Adepts are in a lot of trouble. Their taxi ride home just left them. So might as well try to kill this missile turret. They say we only do 10 damage to buildings, but that's pretty good. Marines come on in. This number of Marines can handle this number of Adepts, especially if they're not fighting back. And actually, they get the missile turret before they end up dead. The Adepts proving themselves fairly useful indeed. Resources lost tab shows 1,100 minerals and 50 gas. For Solus has lost 950 minerals and 100 gas, so pretty even so far in the match. But this third base has been up and running forever for Solus. For puCK has 56 workers to 30 total for Another drop here with Zealous going after this add-on. Are they going to get it? Is the question. Force field keeping the Marauders back. They do get the add-on there. They get the tech lab. Can they get the next one that is currently researching combat shields? It's going to be very, very close. It's burning. It is red. Zealot counts is melting, though. And, oh, the Tech Lab survives with 30 hit points. It's going to burn, but the SCVs show up and repair it just in time, saving that combat shield upgrade, which is so very, very important. Giving the Marines that extra armor, that extra health is what it is. Stimpack also being researched. So we're going pretty bio-heavy here again for I don't know. I got Terran players do seem to go bio a lot in Legacy of the Void, and I don't know if it's just because that's what they're comfortable with. That's what they've been using since Wings of Liberty. It's just really effective still. We have a drop moving on out. The Adept scouts that out, and we're taking advantage of it, trying to with the Warp Prism. But there's a Viking now. The Viking's going to chase down this Warp Prism and might kill it with a couple more volleys. Stalkers come in though. Sentry as well, tickling to death. That friend moving back down again is trying to catch these units out of position. He might do it. This sentry's dead immediately. So's the Adept. Adept stands in to fight, but bloop. Ends up dead there indeed. Stalkers. Oh, Widow Mine's going to go ahead and get rid of those guys pretty quickly. Stalkers end up dead. A Widow Mine gets rid of that Adept as well. So Widow Mine's in strategic defensive positions here, doing fairly well for themselves. Is down 100 to 111 supply. 61 to 33 total workers, though, for puCK. Yikes. Yikes indeed. Widow Mine coming up here once again, mostly defensively. I've never seen them use this. Okay, I have seen them use. Wow! puCK has like 100 Adepts. How many Adepts does he have? 23. 23 total Adepts here at the 8-minute mark. He's also getting Colossus because why not? I guess we can go Colossus. Their damage has been nerfed pretty heavily in Legacy of the Void compared to Heart of the Swarm. They're not as good as they used to be. I'm not sure if this is going to work out for puCK or not. It could cause him a lot of trouble. +1 attack upgrade for ground weapons on the way for the Protoss player as well. Here comes a boost in, a drop attack, dropping Marauders and Marines behind this mineral line. The probes are not being pulled away. A few of them are actually dying. Indeed, the Adepts standing in here, getting one of the Widow Mines. The other one gets a shot off, gets 2 kills. Dropping on the high ground now is taking that high ground advantage. The Colossus trying to swipe away at these bio units. Double photon overcharge being used on these pylons. The bio units are staying out of range though. Getting one of the forges. They're going to get the second forge. Going to be very, very close. The stim. The Marauder, no, not enough. Not enough indeed. The third photon overcharge being used there. The Widow Mines are all cleaned up. And backs on out. Units lost tab shows 17 SCVs and 17 probes. So an exact number of workers have been killed for both players so far. It is 42 to 55 total workers. puCK is definitely still up on that count, but this command center is up and running. This orbital command for the mules are running. Income tab shows Terrans at about 1,300 minerals, 500 gas. Protoss at 1,500 minerals, 600 gas. So puCK still does have a useful lead there. Resources lost, 2,300 minerals, 300 gas for Solus at 3,000 minerals and 500 total gas at this point. Another drop. Moving out. Is trying to make this work. The Adept scouts it out, though. Good placement of that Adept by puCK. Might have been accident. I don't know if he's supposed to be along flight paths or what, but then drop back here again. Nope. The rest of that medevac gets shot off the ledge into the abyss, down where there is stuff flying below. Look at that traffic. They have no idea what battles are raging above their heads. Defending the location of the 4th base is puCK with this Mass Adept Colossus play that I don't think I've seen before. Adept versus Marauder. Who wins that one? I do not know. The drop tries to get something done, but nope, Stalkers were ready for that. Adept versus Marauder, very, very close. +1/+1 there, +1/+1 there, and bam, I think one more shot. 2 more shots to kill that Marauder. So Marauder versus Adept. You'd think the Marauder would win pretty handily, but no. Adept wins that. Or, I'm sorry, the Marauder does win it, but it's very, very close. The Adept holds its own. Oh, trying to run away are these medevacs. That was a full medevac that got killed. Second one boosts away before the Stalkers can catch up, thinking it's a Lucky Stars for that boost ability that Blizzard gave it. And, oh, there are Liberators now. Okay, so has augmented his army with Liberator, which can give Protoss players a lot of trouble. Defender mode has been researched. There it is. Defender mode's available. These are circles of death. Anything that walks into the circle will take 85 damage per shot from the defender who's throwing down the circle, which just means you come in here, you basically get 3-4 shot as an Adept. Stalkers as well just take so many damage while you have the Marines and the Marauders on the ground killing you at the same time. It's just not something you want to do. Whether you're Zerg, whether you're Protoss, whether you're Terran, actually, walking into these defender mode circles is just a scary, scary proposition. As we can see, puCK gathering outside. Not quite sure if he wants to come in here or not. He does have the shield upgrade for the Adept, so that might have helped him, or the Adept helped her in the Adept versus Marauder attack that we saw earlier. But still, pretty darn good to hold their own against a Marauder. Storms being researched, Disruptors on the way, 3 more Stargates on the way for puCK. That's kind of interesting as well. Is there an observer? There is an observer scouting things out over here. Has been undetected for quite a while. Liberator going to set up defender mode here at this base. He wants to. There he comes. Flies right around. Defender mode and cannot be hit by Stalkers, I think, from this position. The Stalkers are going to try. Nope. Probes that come to these mineral patches will die. Look at all this lost mining time here. For puCK. Loses another one. Oh, you have to babysit so badly. What kills this? Phoenix are going to come in. Fleet Beacon on the way. Carriers possibly are an answer. Another drop heading out for puCK. Just sitting out here on the front door is puCK. Sending out again another drop with the medevacs. Unloading here on the high ground. We have Widow Mines, Marauders, and Marines. Upgrade +1/+1, +2/+2 on the way, but not nearly finished yet. Taking up 2 Templar before they can storm. Very, very nice. And going after the Nexus, kitting a Stalker as well. I don't think we have Concussive Shell yet. There goes the Pylon with the Photon Overcharge. Double Photon Overcharge there. Can't quite decide where to attack. Just picking off individual units. Standing kind of in no man's land here. They can't take out all of these Stalkers. Blinking back the wounded Stalkers. Indeed, the Adepts in the front absorbing a lot of damage. Slowly whittling down this Bioforce coming from the backside with the Adept as well. And just kind of standing in. There's not a lot of micro happening in this particular battle, as we have Phoenix come in to take out that Liberator, who did have a lot of worker kills there. Boosting away is couple Widow Mine shots, 2 kills, 0 kills there. Or is he going to get these? No. puCK was not there in time to catch those medevacs that are flying on home. Retreating and then pushing out again. Liberator Force popping on out all by their lonesome. They're usually better supported by things, but I think throwing down defender mode circles here might not be a bad idea. There's not much anti-air. There are Stalkers, but not that many. Backing on out. There goes the defender mode circle. Pushing on up are these Marines and Marauders from the safety of that Circle of Doom. And a scan, just trying to see what's going on. There are a couple Phoenix here, but not that many. And a Disruptor. So one Disruptor with 14 kills. I'm not sure when that happened, but I'm sure it was amazing, because that Disruptor does a lot of damage. Purification Nova, 21-second cooldown, 2 seconds on that ball of energy that it shoots, emits a powerful Nova dealing 145 splash damage and 55 additional shield damage to nearby ground units and structures. We're dancing around this middle structure here. Speaking of structures, coming along the south side is north side belongs to puCK. Gonna meet here on a collision course in the middle. Gonna stand on in, and there goes the defender mode circles. Is puCK's just standing inside, focusing down Liberators, Marines, and Marauders, running away actually, leaving the Liberators to fend for themselves. And yes, all the Liberators taking a ton of fire. The Adepts holding their own at the same time against this Marine Marauder push. Excellent concave. Defender mode circles are up on the Liberators that have survived. Taking shots, trying to kill what they can, but it just doesn't kill Adepts quickly enough. Liberators are getting sniped down by the Stalkers. They're all completely gone, having to run away. There is Yikes. Resources lost tab. has lost 9,000 minerals, 3,300 gas. 9,000 minerals for puCK and 3,000 gas there, so fairly even. It just feels like Terran has gotten the shorter end of the stick here, moving up with another drop, trying to kill what they can. Adepts are here, though. Adepts are super scary, especially with that +2, +3 shield upgrade. Going after feedback on both of those medevacs. They end up dead. The Marauders are trying to take out this Adept, and they can. They're very weak. And 2 Marauders end up dead, and Archon pops in just because, why not? Widowmine shots, getting a couple free kills there, 2 kills there, and I think 2 kills on that one at the same time. The Observer shows up to take care of it. A little bit slow to the party is the Observer, but very, very useful. Sensor tower does detect the approaching Protoss army. Are they going to come up this ramp? Is the question. High ground advantage for Han does push puCK away. Pushes him away. Widowmine's here, still alive. 9 kills on this one. Another shot almost takes out an Adept, down to 70 health there. What is this? Liberator with 14 kills. Tempests to take out the Liberators, though. I don't think I've seen that before either. 42 probes have died for puCK at this point. 42. That's a lot. I mean, Han lost 17 in that initial attack. Warp Prism gets taken down here. Scouting Warp Prism, I suppose that was, does see the attack coming. These Marines, are they going to get picked up? No, this Marine gets left behind. Poor Marine, he just wants to be involved in this attack. The army in position to defend against this. He wants to go back home. puCK cannot afford to lose much more. Solus, puCK is still up 51 to 47 total harvesters. So doing okay that way. This Marine is left in no man's land. He can't get out without killing these debris, which will take him like literally forever. So, oh, here we go. Oh, blinking underneath the medevacs, taking out 1 medevac, 2 medevacs. Is he going to get a 3rd one here? Nope, dropping some units to save them, stimming in, but there are just too many Adepts. There's an Archon here as well, running away as fast as he can. Another attack coming up the left side with Vikings and Liberators. Viking a good answer to the Oracle, running all the way back home to protect this base. This Adept with 1 kill, going to end up dead very, very quickly. And it does, but puCK is pushing right on in. Another attack up here. This base completely under fire, but the army's looking really very, very strong here for puCK. SCV's dying left and right. The Stalkers and the Archon going to try to pull down this command center from the sky. Defender mode being set up on this ramp to keep it alive. Han is managing to kill the space. There's not much of a response. Liberator here locking down the mining on this base as well for puCK. He is in a lot of trouble. He's basically mined out here, basically mined out there, mined out at his natural for sure. He has idle workers. The Nexus is definitely going to fall to these Marines with the +2/+2, but moving right on up here. Inside defender mode circles are the Adepts, forcing to pull SCVs to attack at the same time. Liberators being forced down by the Stalkers. Templar are here to throw down Storm. I don't think it's necessary at all. This base is under complete lockdown, and that's it. Han has left the game. puCK is victorious, and Han has left the game. So, wow, what a nail-biter down to the last second there. I really feel like if Han had been able to hold off this last attack, puCK had really nothing going for him there. His income was basically at 300 minerals, which is not much at all. Just these few mineral patches that were left in his main base and his 3rd. And, I mean, there was nothing going on for the Terran player either. He had a few mineral patches left, but that was it. I mean, this final battle was what was really happening. Adepts actually can hold their own fairly well against Bio. They do 27 damage versus Light, 12 damage overall. The scaling isn't that great, as Walnut is fond of pointing out, but in this particular match, they were not bad. So, thank you so much for watching. This has been FalconPaladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. You can hit me up on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /FalconPaladin. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. And until next time, as always, this has been FalconPaladin, and you take care of yourself.